What's up, guys? Today's video is on the top 5 best laptops for graphic design in 2022. Through extensive research and testing, I've put together a list of options that'll meet the needs of different types of buyers. So, whether it's price, performance, or its particular use, we've got you covered. For more information on the products, I've included links in the description box down below, which are updated for the best prices. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Now let's get started. We'll kick things off with Asus ROG Zephyrus G14, the best value laptop for graphic design available on the market in 2022. We're looking at a computer that can be used for study, work, and graphic design, and at the same time, a PC that you can use during free time for video games. It sports a magnesium alloy body with a screen that stretches almost from edge to edge. 91% of the space is occupied by the screen, and rounded edges give a welcoming and warm look to the computer. The large glass surface of the touchpad is also a great improvement, allowing you to move easily without using an external mouse. They kept the power port, HDMI port, USB-C port and port on the left side, and 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port on the right one. A new port, a micro SD card reader, was added to the mix. The Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 is equipped with an IPS LCD panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1600 pixels in a 16:10 format with a refresh rate of 120 Hz, which enables the use of the computer in more conditions. With this laptop, Asus also presents its own internal standard, the ROG Nebula display. The device delivers high definition, high display frequency, and high colorimetric coverage. First of all, we can note the coverage of 100.8% of the DCI-P3 spectrum and 149.5% of the sRGB spectrum, a great field that qualifies it to be part of the top of the heap. With their FreeSync Premium certification, Asus and AMD promise a brightness of 500 CDM2. Also, the ROG Zephyrus G14 includes a top-notch 720p HD webcam equipped with an infrared sensor. One of the big strengths of this ROG Zephyrus is that it's one of the first machines on the market to feature both a next-generation Ryzen processor and a Radeon 6000 graphics chip. For the listed price, you can't beat this one. The next product that we'll talk about is the Gigabyte Aero 17 HDR, also known as the best powerful laptop for graphic design in 2022. Laptops equipped with Intel Core H processors of the 11th generation are slowly but surely coming to the market. The Gigabyte Aero 17 HDR packs the most powerful of these new processors, the i9-11980HK, altogether with an HDR-compatible 4K panel and RTX 3080. The big news here is the integration of the Tiger Lake H processor, the 11th generation that finally arrives on laptops dedicated to graphic designers and gamers, no less than 6 months after AMD's launch. Also included in the mix are the 32GB DDR4, 2 SSDs of 512GB and 1TB, as well as a Pantone-certified IPS panel. This is the ultimate performance configuration. Finally, this device is sturdy and well-built, with an excellent level of finishing with solid hinges and thin, reinforced screen edges. Overall, we have nothing to complain about with this design. The weight of the machine is relatively light for a 17-inch laptop, just over 2.5 kilograms. Aero 17 HDR has a complete and well-equipped connection. On the right side, we can see HDMI 2.1, Mini DisplayPort 1.4, Thunderbolt 4 compatible USB-C port, and a USB-A port. On the left side are the second USB-A port, 2 dedicated microphone headphone jacks, an SD UHS-2 card reader, and a LAN port. The IPS panel on this device comes from AU Optronics. It offers a definition of 3840 by 2160 pixels and benefits from Pantone-certified calibration. It is also compatible with HDR. The coverage of different color spaces is wide enough to take advantage of HDR. Last but certainly not least, the device packs the i9-11980HK, the most powerful mobile processor of the 11th generation in the Intel catalog. Equipped with 8 cores, this processor delivers clock speeds between 2.6 and 5 GHz. The boost in one core can thus reach 5 GHz, while on all cores it reaches 4.5 GHz. Thumbs up, that's for sure. Up next, we present to you the Dell XPS 17, which we can safely say is the best big screen laptop for graphic design available on the market in 2022. We're looking at a laptop aimed at content creators that has no real drawbacks, except for the absence of USB-A ports. The performance is top-notch. The cooling is well controlled, and the screen is perfectly calibrated. This NVIDIA Studio model takes advantage of the performance of its graphics card to reduce certain processing times, ideal for graphic designers and content creators. The device sports an 11th generation Intel processor and a GeForce RTX 3060 that allows it to accelerate processing in so-called creative applications, such as photo editing, video editing, and all kinds of rendering. And for good reason, this Dell XPS 17 has the NVIDIA Studio stamp, which ensures good creative performance and benefits from a quality display. Typing on the backlit keyboard is good and has no particular drawbacks. We notice in the upper right corner the power button, which also acts as a fingerprint reader compatible with Windows Hello. The connection makes no compromises and offers 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports, an SD card reader, and a timeless mini jack socket. The Dell XPS 17 has an Intel Core i7-11800H processor with 8 cores at 4.6 GHz, 16 GB of RAM, and 1 TB SSD. The performance of the Core i7-11800H is superb, while the SSD allows you to reach 3.1 GB per second in reading and 2.6 GB per second in writing. The Dell XPS 17 has an IPS panel that displays no less than 3840 by 2400 pixels. It's equipped with a tactile layer with a glossy finish. As for autonomy, with a 97 watt-hour battery, the Dell XPS 17 lasted 7 hours and 30 minutes according to various tests. Good stuff, a thumbs up from here. For all Apple fans, we single out the MacBook Pro 14 as the company's best laptop for graphic design on the market in 2022. Apple completes its MacBook Pro range with an unprecedented 14-inch version equipped with an M1 Pro processor. This model is aimed at professionals and creatives. The model we're talking about has a 14.2-inch screen. The device sports the company's staple Magic Keyboard with backlight, and it's not lacking at all. The keystroke is long enough and activation is well marked. The trackpad of the same type with seamless gliding and adjustable gestures perfectly accounted for. The connectivity available on the MacBook Pro 14 M1 Pro marks a true return to basics. 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports are distributed on both sides of the chassis, followed by an HDMI 2.0 port and a UHS 2 SD reader that can theoretically reach speeds of 312 megabytes per second. Wireless connectivity is covered using Wi-Fi 6, which can reach 1200 megabytes per second, and Bluetooth 5.0. The 1080p webcam delivers a top-tier performance that beats most of the competition. Apple Macbook Pro 14 is equipped with Apple Silicon M1 Pro with 10 CPU cores and 16 GPU cores. It also sports 16 gigabytes of combined memory and 1 terabyte of SSD. What can be said right away, the M1 Pro built into this MacBook Pro 14 is a real workhorse. The MacBook Pro 14 has a liquid Retina XDR display that displays 324 by 1964 pixels with a variable refresh rate of 24 to 120 Hz compatible with HDR. It's the whole show. And finally, the MacBook Pro 14 delivers an autonomy of 13 hours and 40 minutes under Chrome with Netflix on loop and the screen set to 200 CDM2. The battery autonomy can go to almost 17 hours if you use Safari. If you can afford this beast, we say go for it. Finally, we present to you the Microsoft Surface Laptop Studio, the gold medalist and the best overall laptop for graphic design on the market in 2022. Microsoft opted for a hybrid concept capable of transforming into a laptop, tablet, or multimedia support. Aimed at professionals and creators, the Surface Laptop Studio is equipped with dedicated NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 Ti graphics card to enjoy better application performance. A very small, rugged case made of anodized aluminum gives the computer a premium look. Its touchpad is in the same line, pleasant to use and perfectly fluid. On the connectivity side, the computer comes with 2 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports and a mini jack socket. So far, nothing too unusual, but the secret of the Surface Laptop Studio is hidden beneath its screen. The hinges allow it to slide forward towards the front of the keyboard, or even be completely flat. This allows the device to be used as a display or graphics tablet. Surface Slim Pen 2 is also an option, but is paid extra. Responsive and efficient, it can be used for manual note-taking or graphics applications. When you connect to your computer, a small tutorial is displayed on the screen to get started. This model also has a 512GB SSD and 16GB of RAM, but above all, it rocks the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050 Ti graphics card. The processor itself is good, but certainly, the RTX 3050 Ti comes to the rescue in applications where hardware acceleration is available, which allows a significant reduction in the processing time of videos, photos, or 3D rendering. Microsoft opted for a 3:2 format panel at 2400 by 1600 pixels that offers a rather tall screen to work on and refreshes at 120 Hz for better fluidity. The speakers are also a pleasant surprise. They sound much better than most laptops, with fairly clear mids and highs. And finally, the 120 Hz screen provides top-notch service and the autonomy is excellent. Overall, this product delivers premium performance at the best possible price-quality ratio. You wanted the best, you got it. So that's it for the best laptops for graphic design in 2022. Like, comment, and subscribe to receive notifications about our latest videos.